right, let's dive into it because today we've got a lot to talk about when it comes to the New England Patriots. And for once, it starts on a bit of a high note. After a rocky 2024 season filled with ups, downs, and plenty of uncertainty, the Patriots finally get some recognition on a league-wide level. The NFL Top 100, that list voted on by the players themselves, officially includes a Patriot. And while it might come as a surprise to casual fans, anyone who's been watching this team closely probably saw this coming from a mile away. The honor goes to none other than Christian Gonzalez, the young cornerback who, even with injury issues, made such an impact when he was on the field that his peers couldn't ignore him. He clocks in at number 84 overall, and that's no small feat, especially for a guy who hasn't even hit his full stride yet. When healthy, Gonzalez has proven himself to be a lockdown corner, consistently tasked with covering the opposing team's number one receiver and delivering. This isn't just hype. This is legit respect from fellow players, which makes it even more meaningful. Media rankings are one thing, but when the guys who line up across from you every week say you're one of the top 100 in the league, that says a lot. Marlon Humphrey, one of the top corners in the league himself, praised Gonzalez's closing speed, saying it's on a different level. And considering Gonzalez is not exactly a small defensive back, he's got that rare combination of size and speed. That's a big-time compliment. Then you've got Trey McBride from the Cardinals mentioning how Gonzalez was a guy they had to specifically prepare for. That tells you how disruptive he is, how much he already forces offensive coordinators to shift their game plan, and he's just getting started. Now, let's be honest here. We're not yet putting Gonzalez in the same breath as Darrelle Revis, Stephon Gilmore, or Ty Law, at least not right now. But when you're consistently going toe-to-toe with elite talent and holding your own, especially as a young player in this league, you're on the right trajectory. The Patriots clearly recognize what they have in Gonzalez. And with the addition of Carlton Davis this offseason, there's potential to form one of the most exciting cornerback duos in the conference. That opens up all kinds of possibilities for the safeties and for Mike Vrabel's defensive scheme overall. We'll see how that all comes together once the preseason kicks off and the regular season settles in, but the early signs are promising. So shout out to Christian Gonzalez, the lone Patriot on the top 100 list this year, but hopefully not the last. And that brings us to the big question looking ahead to 2026. Who's next? Who else on this Patriots roster has the potential to make that list if they put together a strong year? Now, let's talk about the rookie quarterback, Drake May. Look, nobody's saying he's going to be a top 10 guy right out of the gate. But if he can lead this team to a winning record, maybe even flirt with a wildcard spot, he'll definitely start to earn national attention. We've seen it happen before. Tua Tagovailoa made the list after a season where he was banged up and didn't make the playoffs, but when he was on the field, he was lights out. So if May shows poise, accuracy, and the kind of decision-making that got him drafted so high, it's entirely possible he sneaks into the lower portion of that top 100 next year. And if Drake May is having success, you can bet Stephon Diggs is playing a huge part in that. After being traded from Buffalo, there are a lot of people wondering what version of Diggs we're going to see in New England. Is he still that elite route runner, that consistent chain mover, that red zone threat? If May can get him the ball, and Diggs puts up the kind of numbers we know he's capable of, don't be shocked if he reappears on that top 100 as well. It's a big year for both of them, no question. Their success is tied together, and if one pops, the other probably will too. But it's not just about the veterans and the quarterback. This rookie class might end up being one of the most impactful the Patriots have had in years. Let's start with Will Campbell, the first-round pick who's expected to start at left tackle from day one. That's not just a tough assignment, it's a full-blown trial by fire. Protecting a rookie quarterback's blind side, going against elite edge rushers week after week, that's a ton of pressure. But if he holds his own, if he earns respect across the league, he could start to gain the kind of recognition that gets you noticed. Offensive linemen rarely get flashy highlights, but those who dominate at the position absolutely earn spots on this list. Campbell has the tools. Now it's about execution. And then there's Trayvon Henderson, the second-round pick who's already drawing comparisons to home run hitters like Devon Achane in Miami. Henderson's got burst vision and receiving, ability out of the backfield, all the things that make modern running backs valuable. If he can stay healthy, rack up 800, 900 rushing yards, tack on a few hundred receiving, and break off a handful of big-time touchdowns, he'll absolutely be in a conversation for next year's list. The league takes notice. When young backs flash explosiveness, and Henderson looks like he's got the potential to be one of those guys. But before any of that unfolds, it all starts with training camp, and we're just about a week and a half away from seeing this roster start to take shape. Some positions feel locked in. Others, total question marks. Let's start on offense. Quarterback? No, mystery. Drake May is the guy, and Jacoby Brissett is the veteran backup. Running back? You're looking at a 1A, 1B combo with Ramondre Stevenson and Trayvon Henderson. Tight ends are set. Offensive line, outside of maybe some rotation battles, seems fairly settled. But wide receiver, now that's where things get spicy. Outside of Diggs and Pop Douglas, who feels like he's secured that slot receiver role, the rest of the depth chart is wide open. You've got more than 10 receivers currently on the roster, but realistically only 6 or 7 spots available. Mac Hollins, who was brought in with a decent contract, probably starts the year as a boundary receiver. Kyle Williams, the rookie, will rotate in and start to earn snaps. After that, it's anyone's guess. Kendrick Bourne is beloved in the locker room and is working hard coming back from injury. But with so many young bodies and limited roster spots, it feels like the numbers game might push him out. Maybe the Patriots can get a 6th or 7th round pick in return. KAYSHON BOUTTE is another name to watch. Still raw, but with upside. If he flashes in camp and preseason, it wouldn't be shocking to see him make the final cut. If not, maybe he's trade bait too. Then there's Edfon Chisholm, a name some fans might not know well now, but someone the coaching staff is reportedly high on. He had a strong OTA period, and if he carries that momentum into camp, he could absolutely force his way into that 6th or 7th spot. Jalen Polk is another interesting case. Last year, he didn't get a real shot, but the feeling around the building is that they want to give him a real evaluation this time around. If he keeps dropping passes, he's gone. But if he steps up, he might surprise a lot of people. Wide receiver is going to be the most volatile and fascinating battle of the entire camp. And with so many moving pieces, we'll be keeping track of every rep, every snap, every depth chart shuffle as it unfolds. Now let's flip it over to the defensive side of the ball, because there's plenty going on there too. The defensive tackle group is pretty stacked. You've got Christian Barmore anchoring that unit, along with guys like Milton Williams bringing depth and versatility. Defensive ends should rotate well enough, and linebackers will have a major role in Mike Vrabel's scheme, especially given how much this system asks of them. But the battle that might be the most intense? The safeties. We know the top two. Jabril Peppers has worked his way back into form and looks ready to lead the secondary with that high motor and versatility. And then there's Kyle Duggar, slowly making his way back from injury, but when healthy, he's a force. After those two, though, it's a complete logjam. You've got about 6 guys fighting for maybe 3. 4 spots. And they're all pretty evenly matched right now. Craig Woodson probably gets the early edge because of his draft status. And Brendan Schooler feels like a lock simply because of his special teams dominance. Being an all-pro there doesn't hurt. But guys like Jalen Hawkins, Marcus Epps, and Joshua Bledsoe, they're in the mix. And it might come down to the little things. Availability, special teams value, how much they buy into Vrabel's culture. Are you on time for meetings? Are you locked in every snap? These are the intangibles that could decide roster spots. We've even seen Marte Mapu start to transition into more of a hybrid linebacker role, which gives him a path to stick on the roster while helping free up a safety spot. So it's going to be cutthroat. And these next few weeks are going to be huge in sorting out who's really ready to contribute and who's not. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In the world of the NFL, rumors and whispers often stir the excitement of fans eager for game-changing moves. Recently, the buzz around a potential bold trade involving the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys has caught the attention of the league's followers. The Patriots, known for their strategic and sometimes surprising roster decisions, might be shaking things up by trading wide receiver KAYSHON BOUTTE to the Cowboys in a deal that could reshape both teams' offensive dynamics. KAYSHON BOUTTE, a promising talent, has shown flashes of brilliance that make him an intriguing asset. The young receiver, known for his speed and ability to create separation, could be exactly what the Cowboys need to bolster their receiving core. Meanwhile, the Patriots, always looking to optimize their lineup and salary cap, might see this trade as an opportunity to acquire assets that better fit their evolving strategy. Although neither team has confirmed the trade, the speculation alone has sparked intense discussion among analysts and fans alike. If this deal comes to fruition, it could signal a significant shift in the NFC East and AFC East landscapes. The Cowboys, aiming to solidify their offense around quarterback Dak Prescott, might find Boutte's addition to be the missing puzzle piece for their aerial attack. On the other side, the Patriots may leverage the trade to gain draft picks or players that align more closely with their current needs, continuing their tradition of strategic team building. While it remains just a rumor for now, the possibility of such a trade underlines the ever-changing nature of the NFL and how quickly fortunes can shift. Fans of both teams will be watching closely, hoping for updates that could confirm this bold move. Whether the Patriots and Cowboys are genuinely in talks or simply testing the waters, the idea of KAYSHON BOUTTE switching sides is enough to ignite excitement and speculation throughout the football community. Stay tuned as this story is developing and could soon become one of the most talked about trades of the season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.